Previously on Life is Strange.
What did you find?
Rachel in the dark room, over and over.
Max, why did you stop me from jumping? What kind of friend are you? You never understood me, or what happened to me. Now my family will never leave me alone, and that means I'll always be alone. Thanks to you.
Kate, that's not true. I've always been your friend.
We can't trust anybody, except each other.
What are you doing here, Max?
Now, I know today was difficult for everyone.
Ethan is truly psychotic. I know he has something to do with Rachel missing.
Kate wasn't the first.
Max Caulfield! Don't you forget about me.
Never.
The chaos theory. It's also known as the butterfly effect. It's pretty much the science of surprise. It's where something is non-linear and unpredictable. It can be summed up to expect the unexpected. It's the science of everything happens for a reason, and it's influenced by sort of series of events or a chain reaction, if you will. The idea of a butterfly flapping its wings could lead to the ultimate outcome of a hurricane that happens somewhere far, far away. This theory has been noted as a sort of way to cope with loss, depression as well, as a result of events that can't be explained in one's life, that feel unjustified at times and feel as if they should have never happened in the first place. Life is Strange it's just that. It really is. The reason why I haven't uploaded any in-depth videos in a while, and really it seems like I've been kind of inactive in a way, is because of this game. It took me a while this week to figure out exactly what it was. I couldn't figure out what it was. I was trying time and time again for the past couple days. I opened up my editor, I opened up my Google Drive with all these sort of topics that I wish to talk about. But for some reason, every time I got to opening Audacity and pressing record, I couldn't do it. I would just stare at the line just recording across my screen and nothing was registering. I felt, I don't know, maybe that I felt depressed. I wasn't sure. It wasn't a depression that was affecting my social aspects. I was still talking to people. I was still in Mumble, playing video games and so forth. But for some reason, it affected me making videos, and I just couldn't put my finger on exactly what it was. But when I was looking through all the gameplay and deciding what video I was going to do, one that somebody hit me up on Twitter and asked for was my Life is Strange in-depth analysis, and that's where it hit me. I stared at that tweet for a minute, and I was like, what can I possibly say about this game and everything that I experienced in those 5 episodes? It's strange. You know, there's games that you play, stay with you as being a memorable experience, and then there's the games that teach you. There's the games that leave something with you that previously you didn't believe or didn't think about, and those ideas and that experience you had can change your outlook on your life and the choices you've made and the choices you're making, and you as a person. You know, when you stare yourself in the mirror and you think to yourself, can I be different? Can I change? And it's so silly that that it happens because of a bunch of ones and zeros, that it happens because you played a game and you weren't expecting that game to even like bother you. You just went into it expecting just to play another game, and then it's when you least expect it, I think that's when games really impact you. And I was thinking this at the same time when I was starting to write out my review for Life is Strange, and I was thinking, am I saying the things that I'm saying because it was emotional in a way that it affected me, and thus I could be saying things that I necessarily wouldn't be saying about another game? Am I giving this game more praise than it deserves because it got an emotional response out of me, which is a very subjective reaction because not everybody would have the same emotional response as me? These are the things that prevented me from making videos. A lot of the videos that I have that I need to make are reviews and their in-depth analysis videos like this, and I couldn't do it. And I know I've already spent about 5 minutes. I haven't even talked about this game. That's the point. That's the point of Life is Strange. You can never expect the unexpected. There is always something that we will never be able to explain in life. It's not a game for everyone. Not everyone will pull the same sort of response that I got from it. That in the end, sometimes things happen for a reason, and we can't explain those reasons. There are those games that make you do that make you say like why you love this certain character, but you have to think deep, sit down and just think about what Max went through. I think is the whole reason why I find not only her as a fascinating character and a strong character, but just the game in general. See, the game starts as this sort of teenager drama, cringy type of game, and gives off this pretentious smell of a game that's trying to act like it's going to be about more than just the drama of high school life. And then moving into episode 2, where it starts to slowly open Pandora's box, introducing more darker and personalized themes of depression, anxiety, and suicide. Going from there to regret. And the biggest thing that us as human beings we deal with is, what if I could have done something? What if I could have made a difference? You know, a lot of times retrospective is the worst curse that we have, where we have the ability to look back on past events and say, what if I had done this? What if I had the chance, the opportunity to go back and change that choice? How much better would my life be? Or how much better, or I could have saved that person, or I could have done something. Sticks with you forever. And I don't want to get personal about it, but I've had those experiences in life, still do. I've only been on this earth for like 22 years, and I can tell you I've already had a multitude of those decisions, those choices I've made, where I just wish I could turn back the clock if I just had the chance. And this is why a lot of times, you know, when people ask, what superpower do you have? I've always seen time travel and the ability to control time as a sort of attractive ability for myself. The ability to maybe not even sometimes necessarily go back and reverse time and change stuff, but just the ability to maybe even slow down time to make the moments that I love last longer than they did, and to speed up the times where I didn't think I'd be able to, you know, keep on going. It's amazing when you really think about it. A character like Max, high schooler. And a lot of people, I don't think they understand that, because like playing from my perspective, I'm a young adult now. I'm not in high school anymore. But if you put yourself in your mindset of going through in high school, I completely understand what Max was going through. Seeing her gain the ability to reverse time, to change choices, to saving her best friend. And then not only that, but using it in sort of a selfish manner to make things go the way she wants them to go. And this was something that her alter ego side brought up at the last episode about, you know, you're a selfish person. You were willing to change people's identities, the way that they acted, the events, the choices they had. You were willing to dictate that they made the wrong decision because you didn't feel it was right, because you wanted to feel good. You wanted to keep your friend. Even myself at that age, I would have done the exact same thing that Max would have done. I would have been selfish. I would have changed the past. I would have done whatever it takes to make something better because I felt it was the right thing to do. In the end, things happen for a reason, and this was pointed at especially in episode 3, where she changed Chloe's life, and as a result, it changed Chloe. And a lot of times we always think that our choices make things better, but in fact, in that instance of changing Chloe's life by saving her father, she changed Chloe and made her disabled, and that amount of regret and guilt she got from it, even to the point when Chloe requested that I end her life because she was suffering so much that I did it. That hurt. That scene was one of the most powerful scenes I played in a game for a very long time. And then just the ending. Yes, it was just 2 endings. It wasn't a combined effort of all the choices you made up. It was just one or the other. No chance of going back and trying again to figure out, what did I do wrong? What did I fix? It reminded me so much of the anime Full Metal Alchemist and the ending dealing with Father, when he returns to the entity, God if you will, or whatever, the all-knowing being, where he just started questioning, what did I do wrong? All I wanted was knowledge. All I wanted to know, I just wanted to understand. That's Life is Strange. I just want to understand, but in the end, you can't. There's no explanation for you. Even with the power to turn back time, to change choices, at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. And no matter what you try, no matter if you even gain the ability to change the course of history, things, whether good or bad, happen for a reason. But the idea is we should not stay in the past. We should not waste our present and our future stuck in the past, constantly thinking about the things that have already happened. And we can't change those choices. What we can do is learn from those choices that we can change as a result of those experiences that we had to better ourselves. That's what this game is about. That's the lesson they try to express. Things happen for a reason, things that we don't want to happen, but there's a reason behind it, and we may never know the reasoning behind it, and sometimes we will never be able to understand that reasoning. It just might be so far above our comprehension that we just can't understand it. Sometimes we just realize that, well, life is strange.